Isemmilkom nilqakom għal programmi oħra għalik fl-Ewropa hawnhekk fil-Parlament Ewropew. Din il-ġimgħa l-Ewroparlamentari Therese Comodini Cachia ospitat l-Erasmus Students Network, hija organizzazzjoni taż-żgħażagħ. Miegħi propju għandi l-Ewroparlamentari Therese Comodini Cachia. Sellimlek Therese.
Nsellimlek David lilek u telespettaturi tagħna kollha.
Therese, għadek kemm ħriġt mill-laqgħa li kellek mal-Erasmus Students Network fuq l-Erasmus. Ejja nibdew minn hawn. X'inhu Erasmus?
Fil-fatt jiena llum kelli verament il-pjaċir u l-onuri li nospita lil din il-laqda ta' studenti, hija għaqda stat studenti li tinsab mifruxa mal-pajjiżi membri stati kollha, anki Malta għandna rappreżentant ta' dan in-netwerk ta' studenti. U dawna jagħmlu xogħol mal-istudenti iħajru lill-istudenti sabiex jiċċaqalqu minn università l-oħra. Però jiċċaqalqu minn università l-oħra biex ikomplu l-edukazzjoni tagħhom u anke biex ikabru l-personalità tagħhom, ikabru l-karattru tagħhom. L-Erasmus Program huwa programm iffinanzjat mill-Unjoni Ewropea li jagħti opportunità u biħsibna li sa 2020 sas-sena 2020 inkunu nisperaw tajna opportunità lil kull wieħed minn 5 żgħażagħ studenti fl-Ewropa illi jkollhom din l-opportunità li jmorru f'università oħra sabiex jikbru, ikabru l-karattru tagħhom u anke jiftħu l-edukazzjoni tagħhom. Dan huwa programm li bil-finanzi tal-Unjoni Ewropea studenti u żgħażagħ jistgħu jiċċaqalqu ma' pajjiżi oħra tal-Unjoni Ewropea, immissa wkoll ma' pajjiżi barra l-Unjoni Ewropea, u hemmhekk lan tagħna huwa illi jiltaqgħu ma' kulturi differenti, jiltaqgħu ma' lingwi differenti, jibnu n-netwerk ta' ħbieb tagħhom, jieħdu l-inizjattiva, ikunu iktar indipendenti. Bażikament li jsiru ċittadini aħjar, ċittadini illi aħna nirrikonoxxu l-inizjattiva tagħhom, nirrikonoxxu l-idejat innovattivi li joħorġu bihom, nirrikonoxxu anke id-diversità li kull wieħed minnhom, li kull wieħed minna fil-verità iġib miegħu fil-ħajja tiegħu. U allura hija l-ESN, l-Erasmus Students Network, hija grupp ta' studenti minn kull pajjiż illi jgħin lill-istudenti u jilqahom fl-università fejn huma jażlu li jmorru biex ikollhom din l-esperjenza.
Semmejt din l-esperjenza Therese, issa ħanduru mill-ewwel għall-intervista ta' waħda minn dawn l-istudenti Ungeriża li marret tistudja fil-Finlandja.
I think I didn't really have that much challenges, but the challenges I had were really big. First of all, I was really up north in Finland on the Arctic Circle, so the weather was really extremely cold, and it was a bit complicated to get used to it. And of course, that kind of multicultural environment that I just jumped into was also such a great challenge that I think I took it successfully. And of course, the different education system or the courses or the kind of university life was also a bit different. But all in all, I can say that all the challenges that I had were really useful for me, and I could take them really with a success.
Benefits?
Benefits, self-improvement, confidence, kind of open-minded point of view, a greater spectrum, more friends, international environment. What else can I say?
U dik hija l-Ungeriża li marret il-Finlandja. Ħnaraw ukoll issa numru ta' studenti oħra li ħadu l-esperjenza tal-Erasmus, però nibdew mill-President tal-Erasmus Student Network.
So hello, my name is Stefan Janke and I'm the president of the Erasmus Student Network. We're here today in the Parliament in Brussels because we are hosting an event that is called the Move in Europe Conference. The Move in Europe Conference is hosted by the MEP Therese Comodini, and she is hosting us because we are working on mobility together. We believe that mobility is something that in Europe is a necessity. It bridges all the countries together, and especially now in times of high youth unemployment, we want to promote mobility to all young people around Europe. We have seen that mobility has a very positive impact on the employability, but as well on the character development of young people. The Erasmus Student Network is a network of student associations all around Europe. We have by now over 450 associations all around Europe, and we are as well in Malta. And in Malta, as well, we are working very close together with the universities, trying to promote mobility and giving the best mobility experiences to all the students that are coming to Malta.
I think one of the most important things that I take is after coming back, being more confident to travel around Europe, like when looking for a job, for example, or I was feeling more confident myself. Speaking languages, I learned Italian as well, which for me was like a personal challenge and something I really enjoyed very much. And I expanded my network, my social network. I met a lot of people that nowadays, 6 years afterwards, I still have contact with. So those are the main things, I guess.
So 6 years on, what challenges does student mobility face?
We need to recognize that we have done a lot to improve mobility, but there is still a lot of challenges, mainly in quantity and quality. The quality of mobility needs to be improved. Language preparation, just all the part before going on exchange, that's something we need to work on. Afterwards, it is also important that students, when they come back, they realize what they have learned, because the learning process ends up when you realize what you have been doing, when you have learned why you're better nowadays. So there's like many aspects such as those that I just said.
Benefits.
So main benefits is the cultural awareness you gain, the fact that you are more employable, also more attracting to companies, for example. But also it is also important to notice that it is not only about being prepared for the work market. It is also like a personal development, which is also really important. So both things, both personal and also employability development.
The one I'm here to tackle is information and motivation, because there are more and more opportunities for mobility for young people over Europe, whether it is for study or for work or for just travel for fun or for traineeships, but there is a lack of information to these young people. Most of the time they don't know enough about all the opportunities. Now Erasmus program is very famous, everyone knows about the Erasmus Plus program, but the other mobility opportunities are still a little bit hidden, so that's what we are trying to fight for, make these mobility opportunities more known around Europe.
And what are the benefits of mobility?
Oh, I would need 1 hour to tell about all the benefits of mobility. Of course, in terms of skills, like through formal education, but it's much more than that. It builds your character, it helps you getting out of your comfort zone, it builds your network all over Europe. It's really, it's too wide. It's limitless, the number of benefits you can about mobility.
And what are you pushing for mainly?
Oh, we as an ESN network, as the Erasmus Student Network, we are pushing for better recognition of the learning outcomes of mobility in all forms, better recognition for ourselves so we can be able to talk about what we learned on the formal side and informal side, but also better recognition by employers that we are trying to make sure that mobility is well understood and that the skills we gain are recognized by employers all over Europe.
Being mobile in Europe is a great opportunity. We are living in a time in which there are lots of opportunities for young persons to access, and there are also many barriers of different sorts. It is the responsibility of those persons who are involved in developing frameworks for mobility to find solutions to these barriers and to enable young persons from different European countries to overcome those barriers, to be motivated, informed, and have a successful quality mobility experience during their education period, but also beyond this part of their life.
What about the benefits?
Mobility gives the possibility of developing skills, competencies, and open one's mind and find a better place for his or her own personal characteristics. It's about matching what are the opportunities out there are with what you are as a person now and after this development process.
What did you take from this meeting?
I try to pass my experience and the content we are developing in the European platform Learning Mobility, which is managed by the partnership between the Council of Europe and the European Commission in the field of youth, on the topics of mobility to those young persons who are now involved in the Erasmus Student Network, which is providing support tools for young persons to be mobile in higher education. So I gave my part for stimulating the discussions that Erasmus Student Network representatives will do in the afternoon for a better, more inclusive and more participative mobility for young people.
Kif qed taraw hemmhekk mill-esperjenza tal-istudenti il-benefiċċji tal-Erasmus huma ħafna, jekk inti student u tixtieq tieħu din l-esperjenza tista' tkellem ukoll għal aktar informazzjoni l-Ewroparlamentari Therese Comodini Cachia, wasalna fl-aħħar, inselmikom.